Our friends have a
Doug.
dog named Bruce, an oversized miniature pinscher named Bruce.
Oh, yes.
I think dog names are not cool on people though.
No.
I know it feels like it's going that way.
Mocha.
We're live. Hey, today I put the little overlay branding sticker. Can't flex excuses. You know what I've convinced myself?
What have you convinced yourself?
That the hardest part of my day is getting on my exercise bike.
I like this. Yes?
I can't flex excuses from laying in my bed.
And then what did you tell me last night?
That I don't like biking.
The hardest part of your day is getting on your exercise bike.
Yeah.
And so once you've done that, like it's all smooth sailing from there.
It's all smooth sailing.
Is it something happening with your technology?
I don't know. I think I'm
what just happened?
Oh my goodness.
Are we gone?
No, when they ask you if you to sign in and you know your password and I'm not a robot, and then they go mark all the squares.
But your overlay is gone.
I know. I got rid of it.
Why?
This one's parking meters. Find all the parking meters.
Oh, so we're not live?
Yeah, we're live.
I don't think so.
No, we are live. I believe we're live. Here we are live. Not thinking that we are live. The worst is when you don't think you're live and you're actually live. But it's okay to not be live, but you think you're live. I've done both.
You're not saying alive. You're just talking about being live.
Live. Yeah. The one thing that struck me in your parenting tips that I've always remembered, speaking of live, is in their first years, your job is to keep them alive. And then in their later years, your job is not to kill them. Quote from Supermom, Vicky Ruby.
My bar was low.
The bar was low. Why don't we get right into our
you know what? Like, honestly, though, parenting is really hard. It's really hard because my emotions get in the way.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm just dealing with my kid.
What's that show? You got to be smarter than a fifth grader?
Yeah. But I'm not just dealing with my kid. I'm dealing with like the little kid inside of me.
That's going, how dare you talk to me?
Exactly.
Okay. And then we hear our parents. The things that we didn't like. We're like, oh no, I'm saying those things. Say that.
Valuing our needs.
And remember how much we hated getting grounded or getting stuff taken away? We do that to our kids. We're like, oh my goodness, just behave. Valuing our needs.
When we don't ask for what we want and need, we discount ourselves. We deserve better. Maybe others taught us that it wasn't polite or appropriate to speak up for ourselves. The truth is, if we don't, our unmet wants and needs may ultimately come back to haunt our relationships. We may end up feeling angry or resentful, and we may begin to punish someone else for not guessing what we need. We may end the relationship because it doesn't meet our needs. Intimacy and closeness are only possible in a relationship when both people can say what they want and need. Sustained intimacy demands this. Sometimes we may even have to demand what we want. That's called setting a boundary. We do this not to control another person, but to gain control of our life. Our attitude toward our needs is important too. We must value them and take them seriously if we expect others to take us seriously. When we begin to place value and importance on our needs, we'll see a remarkable change. Our wants and needs will begin to get met. Today, I will respect the wants and needs of myself and others. I will tell myself, others, and my higher power what I want and need. I will listen to what they want and need too.
I didn't like the word demanding.
I know. I was trying to think.
It kind of like wrecked the Devo for me, but I think like meditating on what my needs are, and she talked about closeness and intimacy. And so I think it's like I can
because demands don't usually.
I can seek those things in my relationships and go to those people that nourish me. And it's not like I'm consuming people, but we are in community together to nourish each other, to build and strengthen each other. And then within a marriage dynamic and cohabitating,
Yes.
am I bringing those things to you, or am I draining you, or am I getting those things elsewhere? And so I think this is a great meditation on going, we have this need to be comforted. We have this need to be, to have intimacy and to be plugged into each other. And so am I giving that to you, or am I getting it from somewhere else, or am I giving it from somewhere else? So that's a good meditation for me today.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you.
What do you got to say?
I don't know. You just closed the book. I thought it meant it was over. No, I'm not saying you have to reopen it. It felt like a mic drop. So then, like, I don't know that you're supposed to say anything else after a mic drop. Are you?
I don't know if you need to. Like, do you have something to say?
Well, sure. I had lots to say. I always have lots to say.
About this.
I think that we would come from opposite sides of this reading, where you can fully understand maybe more the like demand part and how that doesn't work, because that would be more like an area that you've probably been a lot more assertive in the past, like about stuff. Whereas like for me, maybe the word demand is there because it's trying to push me out of my comfort zone, which is to be super passive aggressive and not actually say what I need or want. And I think that you and I have had an interesting discussion into relationship from the beginning, but we've had interesting discussions over time of like, and I'm like, well, I just don't feel comfortable or safe like asking you this, like, and you're like, you're not scared of me, like why are you acting like you're scared of me? And I'm like, I'm not scared of you, but like you're just really,
you're not approachable.
You're just really like, you're gonna yell at me, forceful, and like, you know. And so we've had this interesting conversation of like you trying to say to me, why are you dancing around this thing? And like, you're not being forthright. And so now that makes you feel like suspicious and that I'm hiding something because I'm being so not straightforward about what I'm trying to say or what I'm trying to ask or what I'm trying to like, you know, have this discussion. Whereas you just like come right out like, this is not acceptable behavior and this is gonna stop right now.
So if anybody watching,
you don't do that anymore.
That's how I talk all the time.
You don't do that anymore.
But I go to Starbucks. You know what I want. Give me my coffee.
And so I think that like 10 years ago, let's say, we started trying to like get out of those ways of interacting and like find like this way of interacting that's more enables us to hear each other better. Right?
I like how you just brought into the word demand and you made that soft. Very good.
Yeah, I think that demand is. We are at the 8-minute mark.
I know. I'm trying to shorten things.
Why?
Because it's supposed to be.
Well, this is actually supposed to be for me and you. It's not actually supposed to be for the people. I feel like
you have things to do and you have to be in a car in 5 minutes.
I don't have to be in a car in 5 minutes. No, I don't.
All right. In closing,
I just want to sit here in quiet serenity.
Moreover,
with all my friends.
Moving on.
And
anyways,
I did have something else that I want to mention. Because I think that as we talk about this, we often talk about God, but I feel like maybe some of the people listening don't have a relationship with God or really understand God. And so yesterday, I spent some time quiet in the morning, just reflecting, and then realizing, I'm like, so basically I asked God, okay, God, I just need you to show me this, whatever. And so it was a prayer, but I wrote it in my journal and then watched through the day to like, it was almost like looking for an answer. And so I thought that was a very good exercise for me. And then
did you get an answer?
I did, yes.
What was the answer?
And the interesting thing was like,
did it come through me?
No, it often does though. And so that was just, I'm not bringing it up in like the right way, but I did feel like every day we end these readings with it's a prayer,
Mm-hmm.
like a request or a reflection. And so when we say these things like, today I will respect the wants and needs of myself and others, I will tell myself, others, and my higher power what I want and need, and I will listen to what they want and need too. So this is a form of prayer. And I think that it's a really good starting point. And
Mm-hmm.
so for me, as I read these things and as I go through this day, and this is my encouragement to like anybody who watches this, of like, saying I will respect the wants and needs of myself and others is like an ask. Like I want to respect my wants and needs, and I want to respect the wants and needs of others.
Go one step further and turn that into a question.
And then, exactly. And so then saying like, what are my wants and needs? And so asking that question, like, okay, higher power, like if you don't have an understanding of God and you don't have a higher power of, okay, higher power, could there be wants and needs that I don't fully understand or recognize? Can you show me today what my wants and needs are? And can you show me like a want or a need from someone else that I could listen to and pay attention to?
That's good. Good teaching. Wow.
Good starting point.
All right.
It's been helpful for me.
It's good. We've been talking a lot about that, about turning statements into questions.
Yeah, turning statements into questions.
It's a great way to communicate. It's a great way to seek understanding and wisdom. We're going through the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, turning all the statements into questions. Imagine doing that with the Bible.
I have been doing it a little bit with the Bible.
I do it with it, but imagine going through the whole Bible like that. All right, we're going to... can we leave?
Yes.
Get some porridge and blueberries.
Are you hungry?
No, I can't.
Oh.
I'm doing intermittent fasting. I'm doing 18-6, and it's a lot harder than
the intermittent fasting.
I'm an intermittent faster. My pants are fitting fine now, by the way.
I'm really happy for you.
Would you participate in making a comment, liking, sharing? If you would you do that for us, please, and get the message out? All right. Have a great Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Hockey sticks in hands. Bye.